Nathan MacKinnon is on top of the hockey world, but his journey to get there is unlike any other superstar in the NHL. Getting drafted first overall comes with a ton of expectations, and when MacKinnon didn't live up to those expectations in his first 4 seasons, it caused the future superstar to doubt whether or not he can be one of the greats. After a dreadful 2016 and 2017 season, MacKinnon had enough of just being average. So what did he change to become the franchise center he is today? After all, he had the skill to take over games, but he seemed to lack the ability to take the reins consistently and carry the Avalanche to new heights early in his career. That was when MacKinnon decided to change one thing: his mentality. This is a lot easier said than done, especially when you come into the league as the first overall pick, only to realize that you have so much more to give. It's one thing to have the skill to succeed, but it's another to have the mindset and hockey IQ to match. Pressure builds quickly, both for individual success and team success. People saw MacKinnon's numbers and either rightly or wrongly made the assessment that Nathan MacKinnon wasn't living up to the hype. Hockey is a team sport, and as a young player trying to find his role on a terrible team, it can be difficult to have success. The most concerning part about all this was that Nathan MacKinnon was losing confidence in himself. He would actually later admit that he was scared of becoming a bust after being labeled the next Sidney Crosby his entire career. MacKinnon realized that he would put a ton of pressure on himself and that he would see guys like Matthews, McDavid, Kucherov, and Marner dominate, and he would question why they could all put up 100 points and he couldn't. Confidence is everything in hockey. The game is so fast and precise that if you doubt your own ability or hesitate for even a second, you will pay the consequences. For MacKinnon, confidence was something he admittedly struggled with after that dreadful 2016-2017 season. That's when he decided to change his entire preparation and mindset. He took his commitment to another level by changing his eating habits, workout regimen, and most importantly, hiring a sports psychologist to get his mind right. This would include MacKinnon reportedly spending $50,000 a year on a dietologist and having his own personal physiotherapist and chef who he pays $100,000 a year. MacKinnon was investing in himself and doing everything he can off the ice to make himself a better player. With this entire overhaul in preparation and mentality, MacKinnon's productivity skyrocketed with 97 points in 74 games the very next season, and his production ever since hasn't slowed down. MacKinnon's intensity was noticed immediately, and as a leader, he had the same expectations for his teammates. Even former teammates testified for MacKinnon's drive to be the best, as ex-Avs defenseman Nikita Zadorov said that the superstar was very hard on his teammates only because it's what he wanted, what was best for the team. He even went as far to compare his leadership style to Michael Jordan. For MacKinnon and his teammates, the message was clear: anything short of a Stanley Cup each year is an utter failure. MacKinnon showed this intensity every single night, but how did he actually increase his offensive production? Well, it helped that the Avs got better as a team, but this shift in mentality spilled into every facet of Nathan MacKinnon's game on the ice. When you watch Nathan MacKinnon play hockey, everything is done with intensity. His mentality and how he approached his offensive game changed entirely, and with more confidence, MacKinnon began attacking the game more frequently. There are 2 types of players in hockey: players who attack and players who wait for the game to come to them. There are successful examples of both. Patrick Kane and Mitch Marner are actually perfect examples of players who wait for the play to materialize and use their patience to create plays. Nathan MacKinnon is the gold standard of attacking the game. MacKinnon's offensive success has been a direct result of him adopting and having confidence in his attack mentality. With every offensive touch, MacKinnon is looking to attack the house and middle area of the ice. This is important because this is where the most high danger chances come from, and it's in between the dots. Anytime he has the puck, he loves to find ways to drive into the house and let his snapshot go. Even when he doesn't have possession, his off-puck routes are always dipping and diving between checks in the slot and constantly attacking pockets in the house that are exposed. Then when he's finally in a shooting position, he will make you pay with his snapshot. Now you may think this is common, but some elite players who use their skating to dominate the game can actually fall victim to being too passive and staying on the outside or the perimeter. This shift in his offensive mentality has paid off significantly. The snapshot is among the best in the NHL, and now that he's finding ways to attack high danger areas more frequently, that lethal shot is turning into more goals scored. Since this change after the 2016-2017 season, MacKinnon has scored 30 or more goals every year with the exception of the COVID-shortened season, and before that, he never even eclipsed 30 goals. Fast forward to the present day, Nathan MacKinnon is a Stanley Cup champion and the highest paid player in the NHL. The road wasn't smooth, but with this shift in mentality both on and off the ice, Nathan MacKinnon has become one of the best players in the NHL. So now the only question that remains for Nathan MacKinnon is, can he become the first player in the NHL to help his team win while making over $10 million a year? As you know, the hard cap in the NHL makes it very hard for organizations to build winning teams, and there's yet to be a team with a player making over $10 million to win the Stanley Cup. Nathan MacKinnon can be the first one ever to do it. Make sure you leave a comment down below with your opinion so that you have the chance to be featured in next week's video, just like this comment right here. Also want to thank our sponsor for today's video, which is Hockey Helps the Homeless. Hockey Helps the Homeless just had a tournament in Waterloo on October 28th, and it went very, very well. We have tournaments coming up in November and December. If you want to learn how to participate or donate to future tournaments, I'll leave those links for you down below. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. We're going to be posting content on this channel every single day, so make sure you're up to date. As always, I want to thank you all for watching, and we'll see you soon.